man, this thing is pungent.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm still getting ethanol fumes on the nose. Like the nose hasn't opened up a bunch.
you gotta keep your distance on this one. You can't get in too deep.
Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
And welcome to the First Sip, where we draw one of these samples at random from our First Sip sample pool, which is a collection of bourbons and ryes that we've never tried before. So not only is this completely blind to us, but there's no familiarity with the product. Familiarity with the product. That's how you say that word. Let's get right into the nose.
All right. So initial on the nose, my initial smell is just the ethanol fumes. I think on this one, I'm going to need a sip before the nose opens up for me.
Yeah, and this is our first sip of the day, so we haven't had a sip yet. So there is a lot of ethanol in this. I'm getting a very classic bourbon profile. It's kind of balanced, a little fruity, a little dark. Seems pretty decent on the nose. Let's get into the palate.
All right, it's a little sharp.
It's got some attack, yeah.
It's sharp, it's fruity, but I think it might be like an artificial fruity flavor that I'm getting. It's very faint, but I'm getting like oak and sharpness is like up front.
Yeah, it's got a lot of spice. It is our first sip of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guarantee that a lot of what we're getting right there is that first sip of the day spice.
Yeah, we need to take another sip.
There is some rye spice on this, like I would bet it's a rye-based bourbon. Just guessing if I were having to guess, but I don't try to guess, but I'm just saying it has that experience like a rye-based bourbon where there's some spice on the mid palate, but there's a lot of concentrated sweetness right up front.
Yeah.
Kind of like a fruity, artificial concentrated sweetness, but almost like pushing into the jam territory. It's got a lot of sweetness on this one. Let's get in for another sip.
All right. Yeah. It's a little less sharp the second sip. I needed that first sip to get acclimated.
Yeah.
It still has some spice.
Could be proof.
Yeah, could be proof. There's some heat there, and I think I'm getting that still kind of like artificial fruit. But it's, for me, that artificial fruit's kind of lingering in the background. I'm getting more spice up front, and that's kind of mostly what I'm getting.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of like berry notes, cherry notes, really syrupy, almost like a berry medley or something, like a berry compote that somebody dumped some Luxardo cherry juice in.
This is making my mouth water.
Somebody spiked it. It's very oily. I would not be surprised if this is something special because it kind of drinks like something special. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I feel about it because there's a lot going on there for the first sip today. So we're going to have to take some time with this one. We'll be back with what we fully think about it here just in a minute. Boy, this one has got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We've got our scores together.
Yep.
Where you at? Let's talk about them.
Okay, so for me, I gave it just okay on the nose. I never ended up getting a ton from the nose, even after I sipped it. Normally, typically for me, if I don't get something on the nose, once I sip it, the nose opens up, and that didn't actually happen this time. Okay. So I get just okay on the nose. Same thing with the flavor. I wasn't getting a ton of flavor. I was getting a lot of spice, but I wasn't getting specific flavors. But that being said, it was oily and viscous and coated my mouth, and I kind of dug that, so I gave it a thumbs up on the overall experience.
Okay. For me, I really like this one a lot. I did dock at some points like this. There's a lot going on in here that I could go into 2 thumbs up across the board on.
Oh, wow.
On the nose, it was dense and rich, but she bites back.
Yeah, she does.
And it's oily. On the experience is, really oily, really good, really clingy, nice finish. But I think it might be proof, but it's just a little off balance to me. It's pretty aggressive in that way.
Yeah,
so that kind of holds me back from going 2 thumbs up. But on the flavor profile, it's just all the fruits. It's literally all the fruits in all the ways. Some are fresh, some are stewed, some are jammy, some are
you got
artificial
way
candy.
more from this glass than I did.
But then that's balanced out with the caramel and the oak because I'm not big on super fruit forward whiskeys.
Yeah.
Or at least bourbons, which just tastes like a bourbon. But if you can balance that fruit with some of these darker notes like caramel and oak the way that this glass has on the flavors. The flavors are so well balanced. I just want the experience in the nose to be a little bit more balanced than just the flavors. All right, let's find out how much this cost and then what we've been drinking. So in our first sip blind sample key, this is number 86.
All right.
What's the price?
The price is, oh wow, it's only $60. Whoa, okay. Sorry, I say only, it's $60.
Yeah.
That may be a lot of money for some people.
That's a lot going on for $60.
Yeah.
I would say that's
that
worth it if you can find it. Let's find out what we've been drinking.
Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger.
Oh, wow.
It's 115.9 proof, and this is thanks to Bill Kavanaugh.
Thank you, Bill. So this is awesome.
Okay.
Because
Tell me about
this right here, a lot of stuff makes sense now. This is Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered.
Yeah.
But just the younger version of it.
Right,
so instead of being like a 4 to 8 year batch, it's just a 4-year batch. And so you're getting that sharpness and that attacking
That's what I was getting,
ethanol
for sure.
from the younger whiskey. It doesn't have all that age to round it out. But Aaron over at Aaron over at Smoke Wagon has done a really good job of taking a young cask strength whiskey or multiple barrels and blending them in to make this. So wow, I think it's like 115-ish proof.
115.9 proof.
It drinks every bit of it.
Yeah, 100%.
So don't think you're going to get into this and get something that's smooth or even as balanced as like an uncut unfiltered. But honestly, I wouldn't mind trying to mix this with an uncut unfiltered. Yeah. Because the uncut unfiltereds don't have the fruity pop that this does to me.
Yeah, I just wish I got more flavor, like specific flavor from it other than just like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, we need to get into our real world scores and consumer metrics and all that stuff. So based on price and availability, where are you at for retail score on this? At 50 to 60 bucks, big proof. Yeah. But can be a little hard to find, but it does hit our market fairly regularly.
I feel like it gets a thumbs up. It gets decent availability, good price. For the proof especially, $60 is not asking too much, I don't think. So I give it a thumbs up.
I'm going to go just okay, only because it is a little harder to find from time to time, but it is that type of product that if you're paying attention, it's starting to hit our shelves, and not just like in special places in the store or the back room or anything like that. Like it's hitting shelves and it's sitting there for a day or 2 or 3, and you can actually get there and get one if you want it. So I am going to say just okay, but I see your thumbs up for sure. Yeah. Now, let's say we don't have one. We do have one. We have a bottle now because I walked into a store and it was just sitting on the shelf and I grabbed it. But let's say you walk into a store.
So you would give it a thumbs up because you would definitely buy it.
Well, we're talking about you right now, okay?
Okay.
You walk into a store, you see this for 50 or 60 bucks. Are you buying one?
Maybe. So it's just okay.
Okay.
I'm not like a yes, I need to buy it, but I'm not a hard pass either.
Right. So maybe like a bar pour or something. If you're out now, having tried it, if you're out at a bar somewhere.
Try it at a bar, but I probably wouldn't buy a bottle, so it gets just okay.
Okay. So that's your real world score of
3.5 out of 10.
Exactly. So around here, thumbs add up to our real world score. That's how we get that. And 5 kind of represents good value. So for Aaron, this is a little bit below good value.
For the money.
Mainly due to the experience being a little sharp for you and the price being, a little high. Like you're not inclined to go buy a bottle.
Correct.
For me, I'm going to give it a thumbs up on consumer score.
That's what I figured.
Because I did buy a bottle and I'm not going to stockpile it by any means. I'm not going to go out of my way to get one. But if I walk into a store and we are out, I will absolutely buy another one. That gives me a real world score of 5.5, which is tipping past the 5 point. So it's even representing a little higher value for money and just generally liking the product. I'm not surprised. I really like what Aaron does over there at Smoke Wagon. Big fan of the brand, big fan of the company, like how he fights the secondary market. Lots of good things going on over there at Smoke Wagon. If I could talk right, maybe I just need more uncut, unfiltered, or uncut the younger.
Probably. So now that Josh cannot speak, I'm going to close this out and say that's it for today. She's better at this than me. I don't know how we have a YouTube channel. If you like this video, despite Josh's inability to speak, give it a thumbs up. Give us a like. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. It really helps us out. And then if you'd like to be notified when we have our monthly live streams, you can hit that bell icon to be notified each time we have a monthly live stream. Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.